Okay, good morning. So this morning I feel like the gates are open. The energy is in these times we're all feeling it. The energy is are extreme. The things that are happening, the gates to the higher realms are open. There's all sorts of portals. And when you have access to all of these energies as this human form, it can be overwhelming at times. There's so many different things going on, that everything is, what is the word I'm looking for? It's inspiring, but it's not inspiring. It's when things touch you and they start moving you. The energies now are so strong, and there's so many different aspects to what is going on now, that when you get into these higher realms and you start looking around, you see that there's so many different perspectives and everything fits into everything. And the direction and which way to step forward, because there are so many different options and so many different ways of being, and so many different energies that are open and portals that are open, that with your mind, it is difficult to grasp everything all together. So really you have to let your heart lead you now through your intuition. You have to follow your intuition. It's like the gates of heaven have opened, and we are it's a paradox. It's, again, when you find a hole, you find a paradox. There's so many different aspects that you can see that you don't know which way to go, but then in the same way, you're also blind. You're blind on what is the next step for me. Where do I go from here? And I feel within myself, and I can also see in the energies of all of the people around me and things that are unfolding, and in the higher realms as well, that everything is open all at once, and we must allow our inner light to guide us to the right direction. If we just come back to our core and to our essence and get into sync with our vibration, and this is for anybody who is on their spiritual journey, this is a message for anybody, and especially for twin flames, divine feminine, divine masculine as well, but divine feminine, because when we do the work in ourselves, because we are the chasing energy, and the energy that is in aware, and we have, because of our awareness, we have a lot of power and capability within this unity, because once we bring ourselves to our full center, because it is the same vibration, we are also allowing them to come into their full center. And it has to do with pure love, with love of self, and love. When you're in sync with yourself and in pure love of yourself, you are in pure love with all of your surroundings, with cause and effect, with nature. This is connecting to the video that I did earlier, and I may tag this on the end, I may not. I don't know. Sometimes I say that and I don't. I'm not going to be a stickler with myself for things that are less important. These realizations allow me to first realize and then bring it down into the physical world, and actually start practicing what I preach. That's something that I'm also getting reflections from my twin, is practicing, bringing the words into actual existence in the 3D world, not just leaving it up as a concept. But anything that is born in the physical, anything that comes into the physical is first born in these higher realms. The physical is like the tail of the dog. And a lot of humanity is allowing the tail of the dog to wag the tail rather than, working with the physical world, thinking that only the physical world is what is in existence. And obviously you can see that it isn't. Anything that has come to be first as a thought, or as it comes from this place of the unborn. Going back to that video of the born versus the unborn. And so, sometimes I have these thoughts within myself. I'm going to go to the back parking lot. Sometimes I have these thoughts within myself that I'm really philosophical, and I'm really good at coming up with all these philosophies, but bringing them down into this world. But in this conversation, I understand that in order for me to bring them down into this world, I must first bring them into the light of existence, actually, I think I'm going to go back around and park in the front parking lot, because I don't see any shade back here, and I have the dogs in the car, and I'm going to leave them in the car. I don't want to leave them. It's pretty cool out, but I still feel like I'd rather park in the shade for them. Well, I was disconnected, and I'm always connected, but from that train of thought. So I am going to consider it complete, and thank you for watching.